today we're in my dining room because I'm going to show you the process of taking my dining room from this dark moody aesthetic to a more light moody aesthetic. And my reasoning behind that is because this room gets the most light in the entire house, and like the morning light in here is so stunning. It's so beautiful, it's warm, it's magical. I would love to sit in here in the mornings and like drink coffee and read a book and enjoy the light, because my office unfortunately doesn't get any light in the morning. It's only afternoon light, and I'm such a morning light kind of person. It just like really just ever since I was younger I've loved that. And because of the way this room is set up, because it's a dining room, there's not really, you know, an enjoyable place for me to sit and do that. I enjoy it. I like having spots following the sun all throughout the house. And so not only is it because of the dining room and there's no furniture for me to like sit in here and enjoy a cozy morning, it also is painted really dark. The walls are super dark, and the furniture just doesn't match, and it doesn't really go with a room that would get a lot of natural light. And I want to lean more into what this room naturally feels like rather than trying to force it to look like something else. So that is what we're going to do. The first thing I want to do today is tape off all of the walls and move the furniture out of here, so that way tomorrow I can just hop right into painting everything. And I'm also going to kind of switch up decorations. So I got a new rug, and the rug I got is so beautiful. So there was this very cool print that Anthropologie has, and they have it in a wallpaper and a few other items on their store, but they have never made it in a rug before, and I saw recently they turned it into a rug. And for this room, for the inspiration, I really want to lean into light academia, cottagecore, witchy of course, moody but a more light moody vibe, and take it from this sort of dark, chaotic look that we have going on here. We basically just use this place to store packages, which I really hate that, and it's becoming a very bad habit. So I feel like if I make it prettier and I make it a place and a space that I want to hang out, it will stop being a random spot to store things. Another thing I would like to get in here is a comfy chair, because again, I really love the light in here, and I would love to have a space in here that feels comfy to come sit in the morning and drink my coffee and cuddle my pets and read my books. And so yeah, that is on the list of things that I want to get for in here. Yeah, also I apologize, if you're hearing a very loud whooshing noise, it is incredibly windy outside, and I think we're going to be getting like a big storm tonight. It's currently blowing in, so I'm so sorry. Hopefully it's not too loud. And I am filming right next to a window on the side that is blowing into the house, so that probably doesn't help. But this is the room that we're going to be working on today, so I had to film the intro in here. Anyway, so today, first things first, is I'm going to remove all the furniture from here. Also give you a little tour of what it looks like, so you can kind of see that before. And then I'm going to tape off the windows and tape off all of the corners, and probably remove the curtains. But anyway, I'm gonna get started. So let's go. This is the dining room. And as you can see, it looks quite dark, and I promise you this gets the most light in the entire house. It's just really cloudy out today. And the color of the walls, I don't hate it, I just don't love it for this room. It's just really intense dark blue, and that's just not the vibe. And this table, as you can see, is just storage for stuff. I mean, most of the stuff is new stuff I have gotten for the room. I got these curtains. They're green velvet curtains, I think are gonna be really pretty to replace those. These are just my plant babies that you'll see in another video that are gonna go outside soon that I'm germinating, so I'll have to move those. This is a very sad little plant shelf. I do like this surfboard here, and this basket's cool. But this is like our little shelf currently for random stuff, and it just doesn't really fit the vibe I'm going for. I also don't know if I'm gonna keep this here. I do like this painting, but I just don't know if it'll fit, but it might, we'll see. This is the only chair that we have in here to sit on. It's not comfortable, it's tiny, and I just wanna get rid of it and get something better. And then if you turn around this way, just a dog bed. And to be honest, my cats use this more than my dogs do. So maybe I'll get a smaller one to put there. that we've got all of the furniture sort of out of the way, I kind of just piled a lot of stuff on this table here, but I think it'll be fine. I did want to show you the color that I'm going with. So this is the same thing I have in my living room, and it's called Early Riser from Magnolia Homes collection. I think the only place you can get it is Lowe's, or you can go to like a local place, but like Home Depot doesn't carry it, and we found that out. But Lowe's will mix it for you, and it's, I don't know if you can see, but it's this really pretty light sagey blue color. And I have this little sample can, which we have not opened yet. I have this full can, and then this is what was left over from the living room. So I'm curious to see if this is gonna be enough. I hope it is, so I don't have to go back and get more. I think it will be. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I know I said I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I'm just gonna do it now. Okay, first things first, we gotta do some taping.
Soft, turn the key and cooler on. Push a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do, okay, to leave a little bit undone and be the cat in the sun. Set aside every empty spreadsheet line and loosen up on the grind. Simmer down, settle back and mess around. Be the cat in the sun. See the whole deal through.
Okay, I think I'm finally done painting. That was way more of an annoying process than I wanted it to be, or than I thought it would be. So basically I had some old paint from last year that I used to paint my dining room, and I thought it was fine. I opened one of the cans. It was like a half of a can, and it had like congealed, like it solidified, like all of the paint solidified at the bottom, so I couldn't use that. But the other bucket was unopened. I hadn't opened it, so I opened that, and it was kind of clumpy and weird on the bottom, and I stirred it up really good, but it was still like really watery because a lot of it had sunk to the bottom and then it solidified. So I thought it was okay, so I was using that to paint. And the next day when I went back to go paint again, the new can of paint that we got, I realized it was a completely different color than the new can of paint that we had gotten. Even though they're both technically the same color, because it was so old and it had like separated, it just wasn't the same color. So I ended up having to repaint everything, and I also think I'm getting sick, and that sucks. So my energy level is super low, but I think it's finally done, and it's time to actually start putting the room back together and figuring out the spots that I'm going to put furniture and what furniture I want to get. I'm going to put together the stuff today that I have so far, and then figure out what else I need to get. But yeah, I think the first thing I'm going to do is lay the carpet down, which I'm very excited to show you what the rug looks like. So let's do that first. like it. I think it's so pretty. It's colorful and very whimsical. Feels very Parisian, whimsical, Rococo era type of vibe, and I'm all about it. The only thing is I need to flatten it. It's kind of like raised. I laid some things on the corners to help it stay flat, but I also, this stuff is really great. It's just carpet tape, and I use this for basically every rug that I have in the house to keep it from moving, because my pets really like to run around and play, and they always move my rugs around, so this will help keep it to the ground and it doesn't ruin the flooring or anything. So.
Funny how time winds down. Things you lose come back around. And here you are again, my dear. Will you say the words I need to hear? Do you love me? Do you love me? If you do, then just say so. Do you love me? Do you love me? Tell me, 'cause I need to know. Find ourselves back here again, same old spot where we began. But nothing's changed, even my doubts, and I'm still trying to figure out. Do you love me? Do you love me? If you do, then just say so. Do you love me? Do you love me? Tell me, 'cause I need to know.
Okay, one of the last things that we need to get in here is a chair to replace this really tiny, crappy one that I got a very long time ago. I found this chair, this really big blue velvet chair on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm looking for something cool, something like in that sort of like Parisian vintage kind of vibe. And I was looking at some chairs that were definitely more on the vintage side, but they're not super comfortable looking. And as cool as they are, I am trying to make this a coffee nook in the morning, like a little coffee reading nook. So I'm trying to find something really comfy, but with like a touch of vintage moody flair. And we're gonna go check it out. And if we like it, we're gonna pick it up, bring it back, because it's pretty cheap, considering most of those types of chairs are like in the thousands of dollars, and this chair is only like 120. But yeah, we're gonna see about that chair today and go from there.
I need help. I don't need video.
I'm just getting a video. The new chair. So somehow the cats, within 12 hours, ripped the entire bottom off of this. And they were inside of the chair when I was sitting on it this morning, and they had crawled up in here. So we are replacing the bottom of this chair. It's a very nice chair. The bottom was just a little bit torn, and they found their way inside the chair because they're just little gremlins sometimes, but at least we can replace the bottom.